This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom all the way from America. I'm joined by Vicky Dorico. It's good to see you, Vicky. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. It's your first time on the channel. I guess this is a kind of introduction. Even though you've boxed quite a few times, you're 4-0 in the influence boxing world. I guess this is kind of your introduction to kind of the mainstream fans. For people who don't know much about you, how do you describe yourself on social media and how did you get started with all of this?
Yeah, so I kind of just got started with Rough and Rowdy into this influencer league. I was always passionate about boxing and was training, and they came to my home state for the first time. And when they came into my gym, they're like, "Do you want to do this?" And I'm thinking it's this like backyard brawling, good practice for me. Little do I know, they come to my gym and now I'm the main event. And they kept inviting me back. They had shows in Miami, here in America. And I was just like, no, I kind of want to stick to training, enter the amateur world, take boxing seriously. And now this year they came back to, again, my hometown. And from there, I've just been taking fight after fight, win after win, main event, belts. I have two belts now, 4-0. So it's been awesome.
But what I've heard about Rough and Rowdy, because that's like kind of what we're fighting on. How are they? Are they like 1 minute 30 rounds? Are they 2 minute rounds? How are they different to the Misfits and Kingpin boxing leagues?
Yeah. So they're super different. Like their undercard starts as like people that are 0-0. So you have people literally fighting in like work boots against guys that just came out of work. So they're just like kind of brawling for a minute straight. So the idea of the minute rounds is like balls to the wall, brawl until you're gassed out. And then you get to the main card, which is like the five last fights. And you have people that are now experienced a little bit. They've had maybe like one fight in Rough and Rowdy. So they're going back to the gym and they're trained. So those are the same rounds, but you see a little bit more skill and you see fighters that can actually fight, actually defend themselves a bit more. And those usually lean into like the title fights.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess there's a lot more, there's a lot less mismatches, a lot more kind of evenly balanced 50-50 fights.
Yeah, but they are 1 minute rounds, 3 rounds. But what people don't get, they're like, oh, that's so easy for you. I'm like, yeah, but you have to swing for a whole minute if you want to win those matches, especially when you're matched with someone that's going to do exactly the same thing. You can't really read your opponent in a minute.
It's more of a sprint. I guess that's quite a good way to put it. It's less
Right.
pacing yourself. It's more for just you got to go hard for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, but believe it or not, I think I would do 1,000 times better in a Misfits competition because I'm a skilled boxer. Like I'm training with pro athletes on a regular basis and I'm doing 10 rounds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes each. So when I go to these 1 minute rounds, I'm trying to read people, but you can't really box someone.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. But did you, for social media wise, did you kind of get your grow your name and kind of grow a brand off the motion you're fighting on, or did you do social media before this?
No, it's really from the promotion. I think people saw the fact that they're like, oh, she's a nice girl. And then I get on there and I become a different person. When I'm in the ring and I'm done fighting, I'm screaming at the camera, I'm jumping on the ropes. Like it's just this kind of like double world that I have that I think a lot of people love.
So you can make that switch quite easily from like being really
Oh,
nice and laid back, and then just going for it straight away. The switch in your head.
yeah. Even the owner of Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy, every time I come out, he's like, she looks so sweet. She's like a marketing's dream, but then, she can be nasty.
What's Dave like? I never actually spoke to Dave. It's one person I've never actually met. What's Dave Portnoy like?
He's awesome. I've always had like really good experiences fighting on his cards. When I come out, he's like, she's a really good boxer, and he gives me a lot of credit for that. He's so funny. Like I love watching the pay-per-view back because their comments are the best. Like, yo, Vicky's so good. And like they're like, I know boxing, I know boxing. And it's just like the funniest comments. Like you have to watch a pay-per-view.
How often these? So they're kind of new to me. Obviously, I'm kind of used to the Misfits Kingpin shows. How often do these rough and rowdy Barstool events happen?
So now they're aiming for like 4 a year. So I just participated in the first three of the year. So they were in Providence in December, and then I fought again in March. Just came back this weekend from a fight. And then they're gonna have another one in August. So they're really shooting for like 4 a year.
Okay, and you tie down to rough and rowdy. You tie down to a contract, a 4-5 contract for a year.
No, so it's actually no contract at all. So they contact me like after every fight and kind of just give me the next deal. But I'm not in an exclusive contract with anyone. So I can go and branch off and still do Barstool and Misfits or whatever else comes in.
Okay, that's smart then. I guess you're kind of free agent. You're a free woman. So what's your plan,
Yeah,
then, Vicky? What's the plan for the rest of the year? What do you got coming up? What are you aiming for?
I'm definitely gonna fight in Rough and Rowdy again in August, but I definitely want to get on something like a Misfits or a Kingpin because I think I could really show my talent at those platforms. Like I said, I think I'm a much better boxer than a brawler. So something like Misfits would be perfect. I would look forward to fighting the girl Astrid, I think her name is, from Misfits.
Astrid Wett, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean she's a champion of Misfits. I'm the champion of Rough and Rowdy. It'd be interesting to see. Is she from the UK?
Yeah, she's very well known over here.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see kind of like the UK versus America. Um, and I feel like I don't know much about her, but I watched one of her fights and I wasn't too impressed. So I definitely think that would be like an easy win for me. I know she fights a little bit lower, maybe like 115, but I've been fighting at 135, so we could meet in the middle at like a 125 match.
Well, she fought last time in Telford, like two Misfits events ago against AJ Bunker, and that was kind of a 4-round war. What do you make of that fight? Having a few months ago.
I didn't watch that fight, so I'm gonna have to watch that one. But I think I watched a little bit of her first match, and I felt like it was almost a mismatch.
Oh, that was Blum's ages ago. I was there. It's last October against Keeley in Sheffield.
Oh, has she gotten better?
I would say so, yeah. I like Astrid. Well, I'm good mates with her, but I would say she's got better, yeah.
I don't know her personally. Again, it's not like a personal grudge, but it's more like I have these belts over here in America. Like, let me come take your belt.
And it's always good to mark like the kind of the cocky Brit versus like the brash American. There's always quite a good promotion thing when you have the British guy or the British girl versus the American girl. It always suits it quite well. But I guess Ashley Wett will probably want to expand her brand in the US. So I guess for you, it'd be smarter to fight in the US and build your US following up more.
Yeah, I wouldn't even hate to see us maybe fight on a Misfits card, see how that plays out, and then I bring her over to Rough and Rowdy.
Okay, that might sound right then. And Elle Brooke's another big name in the Misfits scene, I guess just as big as Astrid. What do you make of Elle?
Yeah, I think we're if I have it right, we might be signed to the same management company now, Vita Management. So I don't see like I don't see that
That
fight
fight's
happening.
easy to make then. That fight will be made in a jiffy then. Easy.
Yeah, it'd be easy, but it seems almost wrong. So, but yeah, again, I was trying to get into the Kingpin fighting scene, and all of those girls turned me down. They said I was too skilled and were like a little scared. So I would fight absolutely anyone in the influencer league. Like even at the top pound for pound person, I think I would just jump to that spot right away.
Did you watch the last Kingpin event that happened like a month ago?
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces. Like I didn't watch the full thing through. I wasn't very impressed with the promotion, but wasn't impressed with the girls' fights.
Do you know the girls' names? Do you know them like personally? Or like who do you think wins? Or do you just see bits and pieces of them really?
Just bits and pieces. Like I will give it to Elle Brooke. I think she trains with a lot of great people like Ebony Bridges. So obviously I think that's a steal for her. She's gonna win the whole thing. The other girls, I give them heart and I give them credit, but I think I would have wiped them all out.
Do you think Elle will beat Julie? She's a Brazilian girl and that they're fighting next month.
Yeah, I think Elle's more of a skilled boxer where Julie might have her in size a little bit. So maybe if it comes down to like pushing and if that comes into play, but I see Elle winning the whole tournament, honestly. I think she trains with the best of the best. So
Okay, that sounds really good. And the best management company as well.
yeah, correct. So I don't want to challenge her yet. I'll give her some sparring, give her some help. Vice versa, I could use her help too. So maybe in the future when it comes to we got to fight for that pound for pound spot, but for now we can be allies.
Yeah, for now you can be friends. But obviously assigned to the same management company, and Elle's got quite a big social following. She's doing well with TikTok, YouTube, I guess Twitter as well, Instagram. So do you look to expand on those social media followings? I mean, do you do YouTube, TikTok yourself?
No, not yet, but I'm definitely trying to get in that way. The first TikTok I put up was a little bit of a clip from Rough and Rowdy, and it got taken down for violence. So I need a little help in the TikTok realm, but right now Instagram's kind of my main platform.
Yeah, TikTok takes so much down, even if it's just the lightest video, it's not even a proper fight. They do take it down. It's very, very censored TikTok. But for like YouTube, for your next fight, you should just have like a cameraman like recording you for fight night and then upload that as like a fight night vlog, as per
Yeah,
se.
so we're actually working on this thing, me and my team here in Rhode Island. It's called Rough Cuts. it's this little spin on like what we do behind the scenes for Rough and Rowdy. So we've been posting that on YouTube. It doesn't show too much of our training yet, but it really shows our personalities. So we just have like this really awesome group. It's me and a few coaches, a few teammates, and you just see like our personalities in this video. Like we're always joking, like from the point we went to West Virginia to the time we got back, it was like all laugh, all smile. It's like just a homey like love feeling, and it's just fun.
Okay, it sounds pretty good then. It's good to know like your promotional side locked down, I guess, with the new management. That'll grow even more. But apart from the boxing, anything else come up for you though, Vicky, over the next few months before August, before your fight date?
I don't know. I think I'm just going to work on kind of growing my social media for now. And then if a fight comes up, I'm always ready. I train multiple times a day. So I would take a fight literally tomorrow. So if something comes up, I'd be more than willing to do that.
Awesome. That sounds pretty good then, Vicky. I'll put your Instagram link in the description, but I'll probably see you in the next fight then. It's exciting.
Yeah. Awesome. It was nice talking to you.